So this is how gnarly my hair is today. For those of you, you used to see my hair slick back, but Marcus, you know, he's gonna.
It's pretty long.
I leave it furry on the days when I'm gonna get cut. You go ahead and throw it across me, and I'll fish this out somehow.
There we go. How would you like it cut this time,
brother? Like I say, the only input I get from my wife is leave it a little longer in the back, but just cut it short in the top. Don't take it too much up, but just thin it out big time. I don't mind if you cut it real short up top.
You got it, buddy.
I ain't looking for a mullet or anything, you know, but you know.
I got you.
Marcus is the expert. He did my haircut the last time. Once again, I'm just kind of panning around. This is the infamous Sain's Barber Shop in Morganton, North Carolina. Hard place to beat. I was going to places like Great Clips and paying $20 to get my hair done, and now I come to this place and pay $20. No, no, the prices here are very reasonable. Typically for a haircut, what is it, Marcus?
It's keep it at
$9, but I always give these guys a good tip because they do a great job. You know, and it's like you go to Great Clips and they run those little things through your hair and everything like that. You come to a real barber shop and they give you the full treatment. You know, they put the warm cream on your face there and shave the mess off and around your ears. They trim really good. And these guys' attention to detail is awesome. So there's your advertisement for today.
I love it. I love it.
Any man deserve, you know, you deserve it as a man to come hang out at a real barber shop once in a while. So I had gotten away from that. I had fallen by the wayside.
You know,
as it were.
We got a lot of people that think that way and keep us busy. And we got some good barbers in here.
You really do, man. This is great. Everybody here is good.
A lot of culture.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, man, you know, you come here. For one thing, if you like to pick guitar, I see there's fiddles, there's mandolins, there's guitars and stuff, banjos and stuff all around. There are guys that have cool stories to tell.
We're actually supposed to have a group come in here and play today, I think.
Really? What time?
I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but it's a Burke County Bluegrass project. They're doing all these Burke County songs. I can't remember the name of the group.
Yeah.
Tommy has the CD up there, but anyway, there's a lot of songs about Burke County. You know,
I didn't know there were songs about Burke County.
You know, songs about Fonta Flora, and then, you know, war songs and a battle that happened here.
I did not know this. Wow.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So, not entirely sure who headed the project, but it's a bunch of really good bluegrass players from around West.
And they're going to be coming around maybe today.
I think they're playing the Common tonight or tomorrow.
I'll be darned. Well, that will be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a dude with like a Fender shirt on. Is this one of the pickers here?
I wish it was. I don't know if he plays or not, but he might. Nope, you're the only good player in here right now.
I don't know.
So what you been up to, Ken?
Well, you know, just transitioning and stuff. Just I'm going to be a full-time Carolina's healthcare employee, which is a good thing, I guess. I mean,
congratulations.
Yeah, no longer just Blue Ridge. So you know, that's pretty big. It's a pretty big organization. I did not know that it's the second biggest healthcare organization in America now that I'm going to be working for. So I don't know how many billions of dollars they make, but you know, they also have to give away a lot of. You know, they're also a non-profit. So, but anyway, that and it's been out shooting a bunch of video. I've been like trying to get my YouTube channel built up and blogging a lot and just keeping up a mess at the hospital. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, I did a walk around. I haven't posted the video yet, but I went and I just walked around town the other day. I popped in here just for a second. You probably saw me.
Mm-hmm.
And decided to go on a walk in Morganton, show people what Morganton's like. I've got to post some of the video. Met the guy that started the new brewery down here at the end of the street.
Oh yeah, Mike and not Mike, but Mark and David.
Yeah, but the guy I met was one with the beard. Or
David.
Yeah, David.
Big redhead fella.
Yeah, he was in there brewing something. I'm not a beer drinker necessarily, but I certainly admire their craft. You know, the fact that they can do that. You know, I was looking at all the gear it takes to pull it off. Man, that's a huge investment just to get all that stainless steel and all the stuff that it takes to do it. So I'm gonna post a video of it, like a little interview, like a 5-minute interview with him. Just, hey, what you doing? How you doing it? What makes it special? Why'd you choose here? Kind of deal. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they really utilize that space well. It's
Yeah, I thought it was,
crazy how much they turned that place inside out.
it was Kago Electric, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kago Electric, and then it was for sale for a while. I mean, man, I was like intrigued by the building because it's like a little flat iron building. It's a triangle. You know, it's made like a little triangle there, and where those two roads come together.
It looks really neat.
It really is a pretty cool little place. For those of you that don't have this angle, this is the angle that I'm getting here, and Burl puts the mirror up here, right?
He does.
It's very, very interesting to have. Usually you don't have in a barbershop. You got the mirror behind you the whole time, and you really don't know what you got till you get out of the seat. But Burl, the man that started this shop, he kind of likes to have it where you can watch him do his thing. You know, so I think that's pretty cool.
And you make sure you guys know what's going on.
Yeah, except that, you know, I wear glasses, so I really can't. All I see is a big blurry brown head there. It doesn't matter at all.
We've been hiking much?
I was getting ready to, well, you know, I went up and I did some cool, maybe the last time I was here, though, I'd already done it. I did some cool time lapses and stuff up at Table Rock.
Yep.
I think I'd already done that one last time I was here. I was getting ready. Tell you what I was thinking about doing. You been up Wilson's Creek lately?
Oh, yeah, actually, I have.
Have you? Mm-hmm. How is it? I mean, is there anything, like I went up a couple years ago, is there any reason to like believe it could get into a deliverance situation or anything there? Like dope dealers or anything up in the woods?
Nah, you see a bunch of fly fishermen and going hunting right now since it's deer season, you know, so. That
kind of thing. Well, I was thinking I'd like to go up Wilson's Creek, like take one of the GoPros, put it on my golf ball retriever, you know, stretch it way up high, get some kind of high different angles people hadn't seen, and then also take it underwater, like take the GoPro and stick it on the stick, put it in a waterproof housing.
Oh, it's waterproof.
Yes, not the way it is right there, but
yeah.
I can put it in a little waterproof housing. And I just like to see if you can see fish under there, what the rocks look like under you, what does the waterfalls look like from underneath as they plunge in. You know,
Have you been to Harper Creek?
I've not. Where's Harper Creek?
If you go down Brown Mountain Beach Road.
Yeah.
And you take a left there at Mortimer.
Yeah, okay, I know it. Mortimer. I've never been that far up. Mortimer's the old abandoned city, right?
Yeah. So if you take a left there where Wilson's Creek is at, and you just keep going up that gravel road, I think you'll go over.
I've got a map.
I say you're going to go over two bridges.
Okay.
You know, you're going to go down the gravel road, and it's going to turn into pavement real quick. I don't know why. It's like a little segment of paved road, and then it turns back into gravel. And you'll come to an area that's on the left. It's like a big parking area, and you'll see a sign that says Harper Creek Falls.
Harper Creek Falls. Is it worth seeing?
Totally.
It's beautiful.
Dude.
Kill it.
Yeah.
So from that point where you see the Harper Creek Falls sign, how far a walk is it to the falls?
Depending on your pace, I would say 30 to 40 minutes.
So it's a pretty good little ways. It's good little hike.
It's not so much it's like the first part of it's really steep. You know, so I mean, you're going up these switchbacks, and all of a sudden you crest the mountain, and the rest of it's just, you know, really easy. It's just a nice gradual trail.
Well, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I was thinking I might try it today, but it's getting late in the day. I know the sun goes down to 6. So I'm gonna take my time. So I was thinking tomorrow morning. I was thinking about maybe when we get back home, since we live pretty close to South Mountains, I might go to High Shoals or something and just monkey around there a little bit.
I'm just gonna forewarn you. There's two ways to get to the falls.
Yeah.
So the trail.
Folks, you're getting a cool take here from the man. Go ahead.
The trail's going to split kind of. I mean, and if you do take a left, it's not a big deal. You're just going to go to like a little camping area. But the trail's going to split once, and then you'll take a right, and you'll go up this hill.
Take a right, split. Right.
And you just keep kind of looking down on your left. You'll see a nice steep trail that goes down to the creek.
Okay.
You take that trail down, and you'll have to walk the river up. So you'll have to walk over some rocks. It's a little slippery, so you may have to get on all fours and just kind of get yourself to the falls.
So don't take a bunch of stuff. Travel light. So you put your hands down and stuff.
Yeah, put your hands down.
Sweet.
And you know, and then once you get to the falls, you'll see this. There's like 2 tiers, probably like 80, 90 feet tall.
Holy crap.
It's a really big swimming area right there. It's beautiful. And then to your right, you'll notice a rope where the trail goes straight up, and you just grab onto the rope and just pull yourself up. And it basically just circles back around. So
if you go back up to the top, you will eventually end up where you started.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll dead end, so, you know.
I'm a Harper Creek Falls. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a kind of place. Let me ask you this, because like I said, I only went up about halfway up, maybe not even halfway one time. I just went up there and shot some photos and stuff.
mm-hmm.
But can you take a car all the way up? You need a truck? You need 4-wheel drive?
No, I mean you'll have to park your car at the parking lot.
But
No, you won't need a 4-wheel drive to get into that parking lot.
Okay. Hey, and keep on cutting, but Mortimer, what do you know about Mortimer? Jamie Griffin was telling me about Mortimer. It's like this old abandoned city that flooded out or something at one time.
Mortimer was a pretty bustling, crazy town. Like they had a.
It was going to be like as big as Morganton, people said at one time, right?
Some kind of mill used to be out there. Yeah, it was actually really busy. It was actually, they had a hotel there. They had several businesses all up and down.
It was a real happening place, and then like a crazy flood or something came through and wiped it out, right?
Exactly what happened.
That was like back in the 30s or 40s or something.
Yeah. Actually, I think. Yeah, I mean it was before we had WBTV News and
All
Weather
right.
Channel. And
I need
all
to do a
that.
little research on that, folks. The kind of lost town of Mortimer, like I say, it was kind of built in an unfortunate place where an unexpected flood. I'm talking about a natural flood. It wasn't a dam that burst or anything. It was just like crazy rains that came through. And
It's a large valley through there, so there's really bad floods there probably about every year, but this one was exceptional. Wilson's Creek is a pretty strong river anyway.
it's like a river, and it goes through very, very narrow channels. And so what happens if a lot of water comes down at once, just like anything else, the water can only go so far, and it's going to just pile up on itself. Mm-hmm. And so this past year, the place I'm going, Wilson's Creek, we had, 3 or 4 people die this year, didn't we, swimming there. It was kind of a bad year for Wilson's Creek, and I actually was thinking about going up there and doing some snorkeling because the swimming holes look awesome. But it's the kind of place that if you go and unpredicted rain hits high in the mountains, like up around Grandfather Mountain or something, it can come rushing through right quick. And we had some people swept away and killed this year, drowned in Wilson's Creek. So,
have you been as far as to where you see the these concrete structures out on that road? Have you seen that?
Yes.
So that was part of the
That's
mill.
about as far as I've gone. No. In Mortimer, no. Then I've not been that far yet.
Okay.
No, I've not been that high up. I'm not.
Yeah.
I've been up where like kind of the main swimming holes are, where people do
Yeah.
rafting and tubing and
Yeah,
stuff
you
down
need to go on past that.
Okay.
Yeah, that road there's a lot of really good trails out that road. In fact,
I was looking on this map I've got. It looks like dang ganglia of road up there. It's like little roads are going crisscrossing all over the place.
yeah, well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of really good trails. There's another really good trail you could try. I think it's probably just as hard, if not maybe easier, than Harper Creek. It's called Huntfish Falls.
Huntfish Falls. Yeah, Jamie was showing me that. Jamie was showing that on the map.
And that's a good trail. There's a lot of 2 waterfalls there that are really pretty. And good swimming holes as well. Good place to go snorkeling next time.
The thing, let me ask you this, Marcus. Do you go with somebody typically, or you go on your own when you go?
Either way, I got a dog, so
Yeah.
I feel like I always take my dog with me. So
Dog might be able to show somebody where you're laying dead.
Yeah, exactly. Do you go by yourself a lot?
Yeah, well, my wife, she's not big time into hiking, and she likes the easy hikes and stuff like that. But and it's hard to find other people that have the time to do it. So I end up going on my own a lot, which is the only thing about it is I'm going to be 50 years old pretty soon, and I just don't get around the way I used to. I just take some hair a little bit.
That happens.
Yeah, it's all right. It's got protein in it, right?
That's right. Exactly. Do you have a dog?
A pug. That's not going to help much. Pug can hike about 200 feet. Then it's got to lay down.
Just carry me the rest of the way.
Exactly.
I love pugs, though.
I used to have a golden retriever, and man, she was awesome for that kind of thing. She'd go all day. She loved it.
Well, you'll have to give me a call sometime if you ever want to go hiking. I'll go with you.
Well, I'm probably going to try to get up that way 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and move around. And the thing I found the first time I went up, only been one time up Wilson's Creek. I just took that off 181, took the Brown Mountain Beach Road or whatever it is, Brown Mountain whatever road. Mm-hmm. And I went up there, and I probably only went about 2.5 miles up, but I stopped 3 or 4 places along the way. And I think it's really pretty cool about that whole area It's when you get down there looking at those little waterfalls and the way the water moves and the big rocks and stuff, you just can't stop going, can you?
No,
it's almost like it becomes addictive. You go, okay, the trail's behind me now a couple hundred feet. I should go back up, but man, I can't stop. And you start bouldering, you start climbing around, hopping around boulder to boulder. What's around this next corner? You know, there's Tommy. Tommy's just hanging out, being cool.
Flying under the radar.
Flying under the radar. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to share the. I'm not. Last time I went up there, I had a camcorder with a very narrow field of view. You just can't get it. These little GoPros, they shoot so wide that you really can, all of a sudden, using the the wide angle looks on them, you can give people a sense of what something's really like. And it's hard to, when I used to shoot with just the Canons, that were, it's like you see just a very little small portion of it and you have to pan around a lot. You can take these little GoPros and just kind of point them, and just about anything you point at, you're going to get something cool, It's hard to explain it to people, but you can show it to them easy.
Well, I've seen a lot of crazy videos online.
Oh, they're awesome, man. It's just totally changed the way I shoot.
I saw this GoPro footage this guy had taken. This guy found a storm drain out in Seattle. That's probably, I want to say, maybe 2 miles long. It's just
Really?
this awesome shoot. And so he got in his kayak.
He went kayak
slid
through
down
this
the thing and was going like
Wow.
45 miles per hour and had that GoPro on his head.
That's
He was just
wicked.
going, "Woo."
Man, there is some.
It's awesome.
I saw him.
Oh,
What is he doing? What is he doing? What's he doing?
Oh, that razor! No! Oh, God, it's my ear! It's my ear!
That's my balls there.
That's your boss. So I'm glad Tommy only cuts hair on the head. Okay. That's part of the show here, folks.
Just another day in the life, guys.
Sweeney Tom. Tommy Sain is the crazy owner of Sain's Barbershop. Tommy N. Sain. Morganton is here. Tommy's a refugee.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment. It must be pretty cool to work with a nut like that. Or very trying.
Yeah, depends on the day.
And in current, we're having to basically load a lot of what are typically federal expenditures until we receive those funds.
Yeah,
Might add,
the thing about living up here, and man, I've only even scratched the surface of it, is around here in Morganton, you're like 30 minutes to an hour from like 1,000 amazing natural things, aren't you? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I have no clue what all waterfalls are out. I mean, I've only seen 15 or 20 of them, and I go to these places on these hikes, and it just blows my mind what all's out there. I say, crap, man, I had no clue that was there. And people all the time tell me, some new place I got to go see, some new something I ought to go do.
Have you been up towards Transylvania County, any up towards Brevard and any of that area?
Well, I've been up there, but I've not really gone adventuring. You know what I'm saying? It's been like drive-through type things. But that's pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
I've always heard it was. I've heard there's like 50 waterfalls there you can ride around the sea.
Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's just a lot of great hiking. Good bluegrass up there. Your big bluegrass fan.
Yeah.
Good shows through there. Bella Fleck, I think.
Oh, really?
Lives in the area. Or
Really?
Home there, yeah.
God,
And
he's
his
like
wife, Abigail Washburn.
he does stuff on the banjo that just don't seem right. It's jazzy, almost like rock fusion.
Yeah, was you ever a Bella Fleck Tones fan?
Yeah, was he not the one that didn't he play with like Victor Wooten or something on bass? And I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, I think I've got one of his DVDs,
Yeah.
which is just mind-boggling. It's super cool music.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's an artist.
I like his work. Wish wish we got some more stuff like that here at Appalachian, but
Yeah.
I think they'd like to stick to plays more.
Yeah. I enjoy going to see stuff at the old rock school. You know, if you like bluegrass, it's still got some pretty good Lonesome River Band kinds. I mean, it's the commercial ones. Doyle Lawson, Quicksilver, I saw them over there. It sounded great. I mean, fantastic.
Like Doyle Lawson?
I do like Doyle. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they're old school, but they're super precise. I mean, they're like precision playing, good harmonies. I mean, they're just as good as singers as they are players, and they're pretty awesome. I mean, it's just your standard bluegrass, you know. But
Yeah.
Doyle's got some good. He's been sort of like the farmland for a lot of really great players, you know. They'll play in his band for a while and they'll move on to something else more experimental or something more.
I like what the Kruger brothers are doing right
Kruger
now.
Brothers. I've heard some of their stuff.
Yeah, you should definitely see them sometime.
All right. I've not had a chance to see them. No.
What's the last show you've been to? Just a good
Wow.
show?
The last show I've been to, let me think on that for a minute. You know, I guess it was, golly, it was probably just some stuff I was shooting, like Jim Hurst playing over here at the Grind, or I went and shot Shane Pruitt's blues band a couple different times. That's been a little while back.
Did you ever see Charlie Hunter when he played here?
God, no, I didn't know he came through. He's the guy that plays like the 19-string guitar or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Slanty frets and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, he actually played at the Grind.
Crap.
Yeah. Well,
How did I
nobody
miss
really
that?
knew because he's friends with, I don't know what the jazz guitarist's name is, or he's a teacher and football coach.
Wow, I had no idea Charlie Hunter had come through. Charlie Hunter's amazing.
Apparently they used to play out in France when they were in college.
Holy cow. I'm sorry I missed that.
Right.
Oh, you say he's a jazz player at the high school?
Yeah.
You're talking about Joe Hasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's awesome.
So he's
Joe's
good friends with Charlie Hunter.
I didn't know.
So he stays here when he's coming to Asheville to play shows. So
Joe's played stand-up bass with me on some gigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, of course, he's a better guitar player than I am, but he's he's a fantastic, you know, upright bass player. And we did some things for the hospital, and we actually did a thing at my church in Conover one time. Did a bluegrass, like a whole bluegrass service at a big church that ain't used to bluegrass, you know. That was really successful, man. People really liked it, but Joe came and played bass for me on that. Joe's a killer guitar player, though. He's a great musician. Yeah, Joe Hasty.
you still playing a lot?
Yes, you know, all I do is I sit around anymore. I bet I got time to, and I mess around with alternate tunings.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tune my guitar to a D or a C or some weird something like an A minor, and then I'll just sit and spend about 30 minutes trying to figure out something that sounds cool. Then I'll put the GoPros on the guitar and just record it. And you know, it may be like 90% crap, but it's fun. I share it with the world and I put them out there, and people watch them, so that's kind of cool. I'm serious. It's like stuff I come up with off the cuff. I spend 30 minutes composing it. I play it, and then I forget how to play it. It's like I never played again. So
But it was fun while it lasted.
it's fun while it lasts. Is that for that moment? So I mean, there's I got 7 or 8 pieces like that on YouTube. Pretty weird. But that's kind of what I've been doing. A lot of just experimenting and hoping, you know, hey, I'll go back at some point and revisit this and make it better, you know. So that's what I'm been messing around with.
You been picking with anybody lately?
No, not really. Just I am going to go tomorrow night. The old drummer in one of my bands from years ago, really great guy from Pennsylvania. I'm going to go over to his house tomorrow night and have dinner and just sit, maybe play some rhythm guitar and let him play his drums. He's a tremendous drummer. And then maybe I'll just go back, you know, and play some bass myself later and some lead guitar and just see what comes out of it. Just sit and play rhythm guitar and awesome drums and then see what I can do to build on it. It'd be fun.
So y'all will record it? And
Yeah, I'll just take some Zoom H2 mics and some GoPros and record video of the whole thing so I can go back and then sit and jam with it. You know, that'd be kind of a cool thing. I ain't that good, man.
Well, I mean,
it ain't that I'm good. I'm just fearless. I mean, I'll try anything. That's the thing you got to be. Just be fearless, like you too. Yeah, I always thought it was really cool that they recorded the first album and they admit they didn't honestly know how to play their instruments. But yeah, they took just the basic knowledge they had and the ideas they had, and they put together an album. That's why it sounded so weird and different. Honestly, Edge didn't even know half the chords he was trying to play, you know, which is weird. And of course, they actually, as they were becoming stars, they were becoming musicians. Isn't that weird? I mean, but that's what I know. That's what I read one time. Is that was his.
But you know, I've read interviews with wives for Shenanigans. That's kind of how they were. I mean, they're all just in college. And just, I mean, just think about that though. I mean, all those guys in Wives for Panic or YouTube, they're legends now.
Yeah.
And when they got together, they were just some kids being
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you two was like, man, those guys were like, the drummer was 15, and you know, they're Larry Mullen, yeah, you got Adam Clayton, The Edge. They were like 17, 18, and they're recording albums. They're going to change the face of music, you know, crazy.
Well, let me get your eyes real quick.
Sweet.
Let's see what we've done here. See if the you and the viewers approve.
That looks pretty sweet. There we go, people. That's what you're seeing. That's what Marcus is doing. Much better.
A decent barber.
Yes, he's a very good barber, and he can do all this and carry on an engaging conversation. That's pretty sweet. Thanks, man.
It's a fun conversation.
Now, what happens after this are the finishing touches, which are really cool, and he actually takes care of the finishing touches. Straight razor now.
You ready?
He's better than Tommy. He won't cut an ear off. Because Tommy, he did slick.
He's still alive.
How did he get back around there? I didn't see him.
He snuck around. Get you back on track on the shape here. Now, I didn't cut anything around the neckline because I'm going to let this try to go down.
You can see back there where I've tried to kind of trim the furriness off myself. I know I don't do such a great job. I just do it in the shower. It gets real hairy back there.
This to grow down to that right here.
Yeah, probably so.
So we try to let it go this time.
She just
So if
says
it doesn't look like it's
she just says I have neck rolls, but she knows.
to get you on track.
There's the I've got a Hero 3, GoPro Hero 3 Plus over there, and I'm using an old standard one here. What is that on the TV? Is that just like local politics? That's the town council or something?
Yeah, we're voting for a board of education right now.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty controversial always.
Yeah, they're, I guess, introducing themselves. Well, actually, I think they're having a town council meeting on there.
That's pretty cool. Is that live?
I don't think so. I think it's
Pre-recorded. That's right. There wouldn't be. Would have had to been done at night, or there wouldn't have been enough people to even go to it. I'm crazy.
It's pretty entertaining sometimes.
Is it?
Sometimes it makes you really want to go sleep.
Yeah.
Pass out. You have to be really, really tough to be on the town council here.
I do not have any political aspirations at all.
No, me neither.
It's too bad that, I mean, let's face it, the really smart people don't really want to get into politics. I'm sorry, I don't mean that bad way, but you know, that's why I wonder sometimes, I don't know, maybe people that want power, or I don't know what position somebody really gets. Maybe some people really, really care about their community, but I don't see a lot of that. So, it's not an indictment of everybody. There are some good ones out there, I guess.
Yeah. I'm a barber, so
That's right.
politics is last on my list of things to talk about.
I understand. That's me too.
Yeah, it is.
Friday's pretty slow like this usually.
No, I think it's just the time of year.
Yeah.
We're getting close to the holidays. Yeah, it's kind of the middle of the month, so you know we live in an area where when the state gets paid, everybody else gets paid.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think everybody's just
So it's just
pinching pennies until the
there
first of
you
the month
go.
gets
There
here.
you go. Gotcha.
This town works on routine, brother.
It does. But boy, I tell you what, that Saturday I came over here, I was shocked. I mean, every single seat over there was filled up, and it was like looked like it's crazy having to think you had to wait in line. That it was going to be a while. I was surprised. Do come to Sain's on Saturday if you're here, but don't expect to get your hair cut fast. I don't know.
Yeah, enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, but you do have. How many seats do you have here? About five or six?
6.
6 seats. So yeah, a lot of barbers here working hard.
Barbershop, the Sain's barbershop name has been around, I think, 56 years, I could be wrong.
56 years.
So we've built a pretty good clientele, and we still get a lot of walk-ins. So we try to keep the flows on, 6 chairs. We're fortunate, very fortunate.
It's something to play with.
Got some excellent barbers in here.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Right. Every one of them I've been with. Fantastic.
Apparently. Put a little powder on the neck.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
My wife always likes the way I look when I come back from you. She goes, "Wow, you look totally different."
Well, I appreciate you guys, Sain.
Yeah, you bet.
Appreciate the opportunity as always.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me share, a little bit of your technique with the world here. It's kind of cool.
I'll say enjoy it.
Get it? There may be somebody somewhere, man, using you as a tutorial for the barbering.
That would be pretty awesome.
So there is you can do a before and after, and so maybe I've got a good enough image of the before so you can see how gnarly it was and now very neat and trim. Excellent. Marcus, thank you, brother. I'm going to shut off at this point and pay you.